guys remember when big butts and BBLs were all the rage? Or how women would literally risk their lives to have the perfect Kim Kardashian replica body from 2018? Oh, fat transplants galore. Well, that has all come to an end, and now we are in the era, the boom, of Ozempic. We are throwing it back to the 90s with cigarette heroin skinniness, like the type of skinniness that can only be achieved if you're on something or taking something, if you know what I mean. Yes, all of your problems have instantly been washed away by taking a single injection once a week right into your side, and all of your problems will be gone. The excess weight will melt off instantly. All the celebrities are doing it. You should be doing it too. As we all know, celebrities love to be very secretive about their beauty routines. Plastic surgery. This is no different. These changes were so rapid and seemed to happen overnight, and everybody was questioning, how is this physically possible? Which truly creates this new beauty standard that all of us girlies at home are constantly trying to reach for. It's like unattainably large butts or unattainable skinniness. Like, it's practically impossible. Now, finally, after a lot of speculation, celebrities like Sharon Osbourne, Kelly Osbourne, Oprah, they are all coming out saying that they are taking Ozempic for weight loss. People who actually need this medication, people with type 2 diabetes or severe obesity, are actually unable to get this medication anymore because of its popular demand. Now, since I'm not a scientist, let's watch a quick video where it actually describes what Ozempic really is.
Ozempic is the latest get-thin-quick drug that's doing the rounds on social media, but it's already causing a lot of problems. First of all, Ozempic isn't a weight loss drug. It's a diabetes drug that regulates blood sugar and insulin, which happens to also make people feel full faster, causing them to lose weight quickly. And because celebrities and now ordinary people have cottoned onto this, there's now a worldwide shortage. The irony is, people who have taken Ozempic for weight loss are already having regrets. As soon as it began going viral, so did the hashtag Ozempic face, referring to the gaunt aging effect that drastic weight loss can have on people.
Yeah, you guys heard it right. Buckle up. This is about to be a very long video. My favorite part about this entire Ozempic era is the fact that all of these celebrities that are on it are refusing to ever admit that they're on Ozempic and are simply saying things like, I've just been going horseback riding a lot. It's just a lot of Pilates. I've been really taking care of my body. Be so for real. Hiking 20 miles a week. Years of working out. Green juice and horseback riding. Pilates. Nothing truly bothers me more than celebrities' dishonesty. Just tell us the truth. This is almost just as bad as those BBL girlies on Instagram at the gym going, be yourself, live your truth, live your honest life.
Be you. Be real. Be authentic. Be your favorite kind of woman.
Be you. Be real. Says the girl that has a BBL and a heap of work done.
We know it's not real. We know it's a BBL. What about last year at the Met Gala when Kim Kardashian needed to fit into Marilyn Monroe's original Happy Birthday Mr. President dress, and she managed to lose 16 pounds in 3 weeks with wetsuit saunas and working out daily and lots of vegetables? I'm sorry, did she cut off a leg? How do you lose that much weight that quickly? This was last year, and I truly believe that it was the beginning of the huge Ozempic boom. To get into that look, Kim said that she had to lose 16 pounds in 3 weeks. It was this or nothing. She told the magazine. The KKW Beauty founder explained that she would wear a sauna suit twice a day, run on the treadmill, completely cut out all sugar and carbs, and just eat the cleanest vegetables and protein. 3 weeks? What, were you sitting in a sauna and spitting in a cup? I don't believe you. Seeing Kim Kardashian lose such a drastic amount of weight in such a short period of time had people wondering what was really going on, and it completely changed the beauty standard of what women believed slim, thick, having a big butt, being yourself, being a curvy girl. It was so out the door. It was out the window. It wasn't a thing anymore.
You can't deny the impact that the Kardashians have on what body is desirable and body trends. I have seen so many TikToks asking for the Kardashians to drop their shoulder workout.
Now, where do us natural girls fit on this spectrum? Because it just seems ridiculous to try to keep up with these body standards from either being way too thick and having a big BBL butt and now being really, really skinny. Let's take Khloe Kardashian, for example. Khloe Kardashian has always been somebody that has worked almost what seems to be overtime to try and keep up with the beauty standards that her sisters are putting in place. Whether it was the massive butt, cellulite, BBL, let's call it for what it is, or it's now the skinniness of Ozempic, Khloe is always trying to be within the curve, not even just ahead of the curve, but being a part of the curve and constantly trying to reach this standard. As women, we're in general physically shaped, so incredibly different. We're all different heights. We're from different parts of the world. We're all different weights. We have very, very unique features. We carry these extremely unique genetics, all from our ancestors. And the fact that we are trying so hard to fit into this beauty standard mold, it's physically impossible for us. I mean, unless you want to cut your limbs off or go on Ozempic or like get a BBL or like completely change your body and pay the price for it every single time, physically, mentally, and literally from your pocket, we can't do it. We can't keep up. Now, I know you guys have watched all of this and you've heard all of my ranting and you're saying to yourself, but Lael, I have been trying to drop these last nasty 15 pounds from college. This sounds like an amazing solution. Low effort, just an injection in your side. I'll lose a bunch of weight and everybody's doing it. Well, you're wrong. I'm here to share with you guys the not so amazing, awesome side effects of Ozempic and why a normal girly like you and me who isn't severely obese and who doesn't have any sort of diabetes, why we should never ever use Ozempic. The first side effect I want to talk about is obviously there is drastic weight loss with Ozempic, but that also means you are losing a drastic amount of muscle mass. When you say lose weight from going to the gym, eating healthy, being very, very consistent, your body goes, we don't need this fat no more, and it sheds off the fat. But say, for example, when you are taking some sort of supplement that literally curbs your appetite, makes you not hungry, your stomach shrinks, and you lose an excessive amount of weight in a very short period of time, you are also losing very important muscle as well.
You don't want to be on that stuff long term because you're going to lose muscle mass, and for health and for cosmetics, you want your muscle mass. You don't want to lose your muscle mass. It doesn't look good and it makes you less healthy. Most of these people who are on Ozempic are in the business of looking their best. I would think about the long-term implications of that as well as just a motivating factor to get off it and let your lifestyle carry you for the rest of the way.
Your muscle mass is so incredibly important for you to survive, and it's very scary when you think about almost the idea of it seeming like it's starving you. It's like making you feel full so you don't eat anything and you don't think you need to eat anything. And not only does it create the feeling of fullness, but it completely curbs all addiction. A ton of people are reporting that they don't feel like they want to smoke anymore, they don't feel like they want to drink anymore, bite their nails. It curbs all of that. So it seems like a miracle, but could you imagine losing your muscle mass? How could we walk? You'd be so frail. That fat loss is also occurring within your face. The muscle, the fat loss, all of it is also coming from your face, which is what is creating the term Ozempic face, where people's faces are starting to look really sunken in. They're looking like literal zombies, like skeletons. Have you guys seen Scott Disick? When I saw this insane article about Scott Disick's drastic weight loss from Ozempic, he has also come clean about saying that he's used Ozempic for weight loss. It is scary. Scott is a 40-year-old man. There is no reason why somebody should look like this at that age. Scott Disick is finally seeking help for his Ozempic use after public outcry over his gaunt appearance gave him a much-needed wake-up call as he desperately tries to reach a healthy weight without ballooning. It is just the most drastic form of weight loss. And somebody like Scott Disick, sure, could he have lost a couple lbs? That's up to you guys to decide and up to him to decide. But the truth is he was a healthy guy, just a 40-year-old guy, whatever. Could have just gone for a walk, but instead became a corpse. This is a corpse, you guys. I don't know if you've ever seen one before in real life, but that's exactly what it looks like, a corpse with a beard. Scott, 40 years old, has turned to a nutritionist for advice on his weight. The reality star sparked concerns last month when he was pictured looking gaunt. What a terrifying word. Gaunt. A gaunt look. Yeah, no, I don't need that. We'll all look gaunt when we're in our 90s, so like we can chill. Scott recognized that he needs to stop taking Ozempic. Yes, please. But it's very interesting how we can look at somebody like Kim Kardashian and see her amazing, wow, thin, healthy transformation. She's just eating veggies. Wow, she looks amazing. And now the moment that we can lead it back to Ozempic and we can see that this doesn't really look so cute, doesn't really look so healthy, it's actually slightly scary, we're all like, no, that's just far too much. These are people who don't necessarily need to be taking some sort of weight loss or, let's be real, diabetes medication for weight loss, and it is pushing them so much further over the edge, and it starts to make them look ill. So this is another perfect example of this Ozempic face. So you've got Jessica Simpson, a little frightening. You've got Erica Jane. I mean, it's the eyes for me that kind of freak me out a little bit. Girly from The Office. I mean, I don't really see the gaunt appeal. She kind of looks just like a thinner version of herself, but I do find that the eyes look quite deep, Kyle Richards, that one, I mean, Kyle's also said that she's never been on Ozempic. She's not on Ozempic. Then again, we already know that we can't really trust celebrities and what they say. And then the Lady Gaga effect.
There are 5 concerning side effects of Ozempic. Number 1, muscle loss. Number 2, accelerated aging. Number 3, kidney disease. Number 4, blurred vision. And number 5, thyroid cancer.
The second side effect that I really wanted to cover and talk to you guys about is the fact that even though Ozempic has been studied for a long period of time and people with diabetes have taken it and had no issues, there is also a large percentage of people that have used Ozempic where their mental health has gone completely down the drain. A creator by the name of Selena Spookyboo, I know you guys have all seen her on TikTok before, she came out saying that she used Ozempic and it completely ruined her mental health. She was having panic attacks, the feelings of anxiety were almost unbearable, and it opened up the floor for so many commenters in the comment section to say that they had actually the exact same experiences. So her video is called The Dark Side of Ozempic.
My doctor brought up Ozempic to me because I actually am diabetic. It's used as a diabetic medication, but people also use it off-label to control their weight. And I started the medication, and to start, it was great. My sugars were controlled. I was feeling better. I really didn't lose any weight, but I found myself it was easier to make better decisions and to not binge eat the way that I did. A couple months ago, everything started to change. I'm someone who has gone through a lot of things in my life, a lot of darker things, and I do suffer with a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of depression, but I am a very headstrong person, and I know I'm very capable of taking myself and that I don't suffer the way that other people do, and for that I am soulfully thankful forever. But something changed, and I was finding myself having actual panic attacks that I hadn't had since I was a teenager. It started with these little panic attacks out of nowhere. I'd be in public and I would just feel the highest level of doom that I can explain. Life ending, oh my gosh, I need to run and jump off the highest thing that I can feeling that would last for a few seconds. I don't know how I made it out. With Ozempic, you do get, tummy upset. You're not hungry, you're kind of nauseous, you're either constipated or you're going to the washroom all the time. And these are things that I already dealt with in my own life. But this symptom, no matter how much I Googled, I really couldn't find. So I'm like, it's not that. But this week, I was not me. I found myself walking out of complete conversations into the bathroom where I would hyperventilate, shake on the ground, throw up, cry in the shower, but have a rational thought, knowing that this isn't me and this isn't what I could feel like. And usually I could pull myself out of this feeling or out of this situation, but I couldn't. And that's what scared me. And it was the thoughts that I were having that didn't feel like they were my own.
It was a lot for her to share just her entire story and the experience that she had. And I do recommend, if you guys have any sort of time, that you go and check it out, because it definitely shares a different side. When you see this whole idea of Ozempic being very much glamorized in the media, where you're like, oh, look at how good she looks. Kim, Erica Jane, they're all looking amazing. And it's Ozempic. Could you believe it? It's Ozempic. And so it seems very amazing. It seems like this just get thin quick scheme.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If you want to take a drug to curb your appetite, do it.
I appreciate that you...
Excuse me.
Do you need
sorry.
some water?
No, I need some Ozempic.
And you have somebody finally coming and saying, man, this was not my experience. It did not change my life. It did not change my health. If anything, it made me a nervous wreck. It actually prompted so many people in the comments to share their stories, and I had to tell you guys these 2 comments. This person said, thank you so much for sharing. My dad was prescribed Ozempic for type 2 diabetes. He was so nice, patient, and loving before, took 4 shots and had to stop because he became depressed, so easily agitated, and started experiencing anxiety attacks. He's been off of it for about 6 weeks, and he's now been hospitalized and is experiencing extreme paranoia. It is so scary. He's a completely different person. The doctors are saying he may possibly will need to be committed to a psych ward. Just a few months ago, he was a totally normal dad. That made me speechless. Like, reading that truly made me speechless. My heart goes out to this person. Again, somebody who had diabetes, somebody who this medication was prescribed for was probably going to help whatever situation he was in. And it only did the worst. And not only did it do worse than what he wanted, it was the worst case scenario. This other comment as well. You are not alone. I quit after only 3 shots of 0.25. My anxiety was so bad I could not function. It was so intense, and all of my strategies that I'd learned over the years, even including already taking a regular anti-anxiety medication, and I was in really bad shape. It was also so helpful to know so many people said that it actually made them feel an improvement in their moods. Nope. not for me. What you shared was brave and it resonated with me so much. That's the thing. Being able to share these experiences really give us so much knowledge that we need to understand what are we getting ourselves into. Because when somebody at home like you and me go, well, we could lose that excess 10 pounds. Let's just shoot it up, guys. Let's just no problem. It really makes you think twice. And I think, like I say in every single video, if you're ever going to delve into fillers, plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery, Ozempic, anything, you need to understand the ins and outs of what you're actually getting yourselves into. Just because this medication works for some people and for their health doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. Now, the third red flag is every single person who takes Ozempic is actually bedridden with sickness after their shot for like 1, 2, 3 days, and you need to get a shot every week? I honestly feel bad I'm even mentioning this because this just seems like a train wreck. For the small percentage of people that this works for, amazing. But could you imagine taking this weekly injection just for weight loss, just to lose a little bit of weight, and then you feel like you're going to yak? That's why people aren't gaining any weight. It's because they're literally feeling so nauseous and sick.
For me, anyway, it's different for everybody, but for me, the first few weeks was because you just throw up all the time and feel so nauseous.
Really?
Yeah.
That's their big secret? We made something that makes you throw up? And who knows? You lose weight.
No,
oh my God.
What
geniuses in the lab?
After a couple of weeks, it goes. And then you're just fine. You feel nothing.
And you still are not hungry?
No. But I've been off it for a while now. And I just...
Oh, you're off it now?
Yeah.
And you're still, and the hunger doesn't come back?
No, not for me.
Oh, that's great.
But I think,
So it's very different for each person as well. You've got a lot of people who've had this experience where the weight completely stays off and they're completely fine. Their stomach shrinks and they feel amazing. Then you have people that it goes the complete opposite direction and you gain like double the weight back. The fourth red flag is also there's a lot of studies that show that the people who were taking Ozempic have actually noticed a 50 to 70% increase in the possibility of thyroid cancer. I'm ripping up the documents. Like, I don't want to even read anymore. It doesn't make any sense to me.
If you're going to go on the Ozempic type drugs and you get intestinal pain, you get stomach bloating, you get pain, you drink alcohol with this, you're predisposed to intestinal obstruction and pancreatitis. And right now, I have 3 of my patients who are on Ozempic, okay, that haven't even had surgery yet, in the hospital, 2 in the ICU with intestinal and pancreatitis just from the use of Ozempic. Nobody's talking about this right now, but we need to talk about it.
Another girl came out and said that instead of actually losing any weight at all, she actually got on Ozempic and gained 15 extra pounds. So is it just like Russian roulette?
Yes, I did get bigger. I think I'm finally ready to talk about this because I think it's actually hilarious. Y'all, I went on Ozempic. Let me preface, the doctor prescribed it to me because I have a health issue, but I don't really want to talk about it on the internet. I really want to get that resolved first. But the doctor prescribed it to me and it made me gain more weight. Here it was, thinking that I was gonna look like a Kardashian after. No, made me gain 15 more pounds.
See, that's the thing. It's like all of us are looking to be this level of skinny. We all want to keep up with whatever is popular right now, and all it's doing is flushing our health down the toilet. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am just not the type of person to gamble with my health because it is actually the only thing that we have. We have to remember that all of these celebrities that have casually picked up Ozempic for weight loss, like Oprah, Khloe Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, they all want results right now. For these people, they're actually willing to risk their lives to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with what is currently popular in the media because that is all that they have. That is what creates this whole celebrity icon thing, is that they have to be above and be setting the trends for other people. I don't understand, even if you were a celebrity and you had all the money in the world, how you could ever risk your health to lose a casual 15 pounds. It's just like fillers and Botox and plastic surgery. You know, we only know so much information and so many of the studies right now, but we do not know what the side effects are going to be like in 20 years from Ozempic. What if, like, when everybody way back was like, oh, cigarettes are really good for you? Well, that's not true.
What do you see as the long-term risk?
That's part of the problem, Michael. I don't think we know. And that's the problem I have with really being able to tell my patients, like, this is a lifelong strategy. And that's what I say to patients as well. I'm like, look, I think there's probably a net benefit to you doing this in the short term, so let's give it a shot.
Short term meaning?
let's do this for a year. I think what I'm limited by is the duration of the studies.
This drug was created for people with diabetes or even those with severe obesity. It's not a casual weight loss supplement for you and me. I fear that if you don't fall under one of those categories, diabetes or obese, I can't imagine that this medication would do anything for you other than potentially ruin your life. I know this is not the answer that you want to hear, but the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself as a healthy individual is not cut corners and just do the work like every other person to achieve the body that you've always wanted and dreamed for. Sure, maybe it'll take you an entire year to lose 10 pounds, to create healthy habits, to get yourself to the gym, drink water, eat proper healthy meals, but you will stay that way forever because you're creating a manageable lifestyle. If you are living off of a medication that is helping you in order to lose weight, and that is the only thing that you need to lose those 15 pounds, but you have to stay on it, for how long? What if you do end up losing those 15 pounds and then gaining them back years later, months later? I can't even imagine that if you're on Ozempic, you lose all this weight and then you gain it back, how that would be really, really bad for you as well. We need to remember how important and valuable our lives are, that our health is extraordinarily important and valuable. You might try Ozempic today, but what if it has life-threatening side effects years down the line that you had no idea about? Are you not gonna wish you just went for that walk, had that green juice, went horseback riding, did some Pilates? Like, so what if you don't lose 15 pounds in 3 weeks? Who cares? I've seen a lot of comments where people are saying, why are people so fixated on women's bodies, women's weights? I mean, me personally, I'm so not. I really don't care. I think as long as you're healthy and you feel good, live your best life. Enjoy your life. Eat whatever you want. My body is created off of, I don't know, I'm just a corn-fed, rib-eating, beer-drinking woman. You know, I try to have a good time sometimes, but I try my best to also eat really healthy. I've been working out for over 10 years, just truly creating a healthy lifestyle for myself. I go outside all of the time, and instead of comparing myself and trying to be the exact same as these crazy can you not hear the information about Ozempic and go, okay, these celebrities might be psychotic, they might be crazy for doing something like this? When you read about all the side effects, it is just not worth it, especially because we're not celebrities. We don't have all of the money in the world. We can't just morph into whatever the new beauty craze is. So instead of trying to be a part of the beauty standard, let's just be our own beauty standard. Live your life and feel beautiful in the skin that you're in, because that is more than enough. I personally have never felt healthier than I am right now in this very moment. I have been depressed, I've been severely sick before, and I've been mentally ill. And to be honest, I would never, ever want to risk going back to that point in my life. It did nothing for me. And it gave me such a perspective that life is very fragile and it's very important that we take care of ourselves and our health. So honestly, I hope that that is the one thing that you took away from this video, is just to take care of yourself and reach those goals and achieve that for yourself in your own time. There is no rush. Getting to that perfect goal and that perfect body, there's no rush. Just do it whenever you can and take time for yourself and actually become a healthier version of yourself. That's the best thing you could possibly do. How else are we going to get to 80 where we can go and finally get all those fillers? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when we'll get them. And if we can't get to 80 because we've been doing all this Ozempic and it's making us depressed, like, what are we supposed to do? Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I know a lot of you guys actually requested that I make a video on Ozempic, so that means a lot to me. Please comment down below any sort of video ideas. I want to make every video that you guys want me to make, so make sure that you leave a comment. And I also love your discussions. If you've ever had an experience with Ozempic or any of these types of medications, I would love to hear your stories down below. I always learn a lot from you guys, and it really means a lot to me that you guys watch my videos, so thank you again for that. I love you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon. Mwah. Bye!
We know you